Hello and welcome back to Scottish Car Enthusiasts, the Lockdown Sessions Part 3, where we are looking at the last ever edition of Max Power magazine, which ran from 1993 to 2011. And in the last video we left off with this Mazda MX-5. So here we go here, this is the Mazda MX-5. And this car amazingly cost for about £475. And I think this is just basically telling you, this is just like a one-off guide on how to buy a Mazda MX-5 here. So that's quite interesting here. So if you're looking for a Mazda MX-5 in this, we'd be able to help you find one. Yeah, so there you go, that's the Mazda MX-5 guide. And now we're moving on to a Rat Rover and an MG. This is owned by the same, at the time was owned by the same owner. He had a show car which was his MG, and I think he had a daily which was his Ratwick Rover. So we'll just have a wee look at these two cars. So it's a Rover 25 he's got, which he bought for £200, and he spent £200 ratifying it, if that's the word. Yes, it's got things like a roof rack, that familiar yellow tape you probably see now, telling you to keep a distance or danger signs for coronavirus. It's got a plaster on it. Yeah, so it's a bit alternative. And apparently people started giving him things for this car as well, if I mind right, for the 25 to add to the roof rack and add to the car. And even the inside of the car, it's got a bit of rat look about it. And we move on to a stunning MG ZR230, where he spent £3,800 on it, buying it, then spent £15,000 modifying it. So he's got a turbocharged T16 engine in it, mechanical boost controller, red ignition leads, iridium spark plugs. He's got front mounted intercooler, fabulous red leather interior, custom red leather intercooler pipework. That sounds interesting. He's got front strut brace, he's got Rover R8 strut top covers. Now if you don't know your Rovers, the R8 is the older version of the Rover 225, an MG. And he's got Rover Streetwise alloys on it as well. It's been fully resprayed in MG Solar Red. It's got the X-Power wide arch kit, and he's delocked it. He's got a Rover 75 style number plate. So, and ice-wise, he's got a full BRM interior, MGTF steering wheel. He's sprayed all the black trim satin black. And ice-wise, he's got a Ripspeed DVD 7333B 3.5-inch DVD head unit, Sony Slimline PS2, and custom glove box install, front component speakers, 1000 watt 4-channel channel amp, I think it's an Alpine, infinity sub, and a rear view camera. looking over to here now, we've just got an advert for a remap company and S90 Power, not sure what that is, and an advert for a fast show, Santa Pod, 27th of March, and on that day you could have won a dinner date with top UK glamour girl Gemma Massey. Moving on, we've got a BMW 1 Series, and amazingly green alloys. Now, if you'd seen my Volvo back this time last year, you would have seen the Volvo with the same colour of alloys. So Power of 1, and an interesting fact about the 1 Series is that this could have been the Rover 25. There was design sketches on this. This could have been the new Rover 25. So yeah. And it really looks good on these BBS alloys. I think they're BBS? Yeah, BBS alloys. And this is basically, it's very, very, very subtle. The interior's standard looking. And you can pick one of these up nowadays for less than £5,000. This one's got top speed 130 mile an hour, 0 to 68.6 seconds. So this is a 118D. Just carry on to the next page. And here we go with the Smokey and the Bandit. So this is referring to one's a petrol powered car and one's a aspirated petrol screamer. And this is just like a sort of grudge match between a Fabia VRS and a Volkswagen Golf Mark III Estate. And as a former owner of a Skoda Fabia VRS, they're really stonking great cars. It's powered by the old best, I would say the best diesel Volkswagen have made is the 1.9 diesel, TDI, with 130 horsepower. Sometimes Skoda and Volkswagen were quite optimistic with figures, and these 1.9 TDI units could be pushing more than the 130 they suggested. Mine was pushing 152 before I'd done any modifications to mine. But you can really push these up to big horsepower on the Skoda Fabia. And just moving over to the Golf now. Beautiful example, Mark III Golf. They're getting pretty rare nowadays anyway. See, Mark III, I think I seen a Mark III Golf Estate a few months ago, but you don't see too many of them on the roads nowadays. You don't even actually see too many of the Mark IVs as well. Back when, personally for myself, Volkswagens, they weren't just a copy of every Golf that had been before it. Because I think personally from Mark V onwards, they just seem a copy. They just seem to get more boring and a copy of what was there before. Like the old adage, if it's not broke, we'll just continue it, sort of thing. And we're just about to pause because I'll have to double check we've not got any nips to hide away. No nips this time, but we're lucky there. So yeah. So let's go with the Mark III Golf. This guy spent £2,000 on it, buying it, and then spent £2,000 modifying it. It's pushing out 197 brake, top speed 145 mile an hour. It's powered by the old 2.8 VR6. It's got a bean can back box, pipe across induction kit, cheap and cheerful coilovers, fundamental Porsche alloys, def spec rear drums, yeah. It's got Morrison car park painted bumpers, which I'm guessing is just black. Custom painted VW badges. It's got a Vento VR6 interior. And onto a Fabia. It was cost £6,000 to buy, £3,500 to modify, pushing out 220 brake horsepower as standard, as modified, sorry. 145 mile an hour top speed, hits 60 in 6 seconds. So as I said, this is powered by the old 1.9 TDI. It's got stage 3 mapping, Jam Sport, a Miltech turbo back exhaust. He's removed the EGR. It's got a pipe across induction kit, and